So my dear friends, welcome back. So this is the third part of chapter number 5. We have already dealt with all the remaining parts like the water that we have, the types of water, saline and fresh water, their availability and the distribution of water, and then we also look into the ocean movements. Now when it comes to ocean movements, we have already dealt with two types of oceanic movements. We have already dealt with the waves, right? And we have also looked into the tides. Now in this video, we are going to look into the another type of oceanic circulation that we have, that is ocean currents. So this video is focused on understanding ocean currents. Now let's define what is this ocean currents. So in your NCERT book that you are holding at this time, in that book it is defined as the streams, streams of water that flows on the oceanic surface in like a definite direction. Like, so it's a, let's understand the keywords that we have in this definition. Okay, so these are the streams of water. These are the streams of water. For example, on the surface you see the rivers are flowing, so these rivers are actually the streams of water. So similarly in the oceans also we have rivers that are flowing. They are actually the rivers, not the rivers, the type of rivers we see on the surface of the earth, but a distinctive type of river that is flowing beneath the ocean. You are I know you are surprised, but this is the fact that we have all the features that we found on the surface of the earth. All these features are also present beneath the ocean. Similarly, we have also streams of water, basically rivers, which are flowing constantly. Now, which are flowing constantly, that is, they are perennial, not like seasonal rivers which flow only in rainy season. They constantly flow in a definite direction. Now their direction is also fixed. They do not change their directions, right? So let's understand what are these type of oceanic movements that we have. So when we call it oceanic movements, just concentrate here. These are streams of water. First point that you have to note, these are streams of water, like streams of water we have on earth. Second, they have constant flow. They are flowing constantly on the ocean surface in a definite direction, means their direction is fixed. Their direction is pre-planned and they do not change their direction. Now, when we talk about ocean currents, we have basically two types of ocean currents, the warm ocean currents and the cold ocean currents. So we have basically two types of ocean currents, two types of ocean currents that we have, right? Write it down if you want. The first one is the cold ocean current. These are the oceanic currents which flow from colder region to warmer water. So these are the, the name itself suggests the cold ocean currents, means these are the currents which brings colder water to the warmer water. It brings water from colder areas to the warmer areas. And then we have the warm ocean currents, which are just opposite to what we have seen in the cold ocean currents. So these are the currents which flow from relatively warmer areas of oceans and moves towards the colder areas. These are warm ocean currents. So what is happening? The colder currents are bringing the colder water of ocean to the warmer region. And what is warm current doing? Warm current is bringing warmer water from the water from warmer areas in the ocean to areas in the colder regions of the ocean. Now, when you talk about cold currents and warm currents, we must have to see it actually where are these currents flowing. So let's understand through this map. I know you are not able to see these parts of the map. So let me draw another map so that you have a clear cut picture that I want to make here. So suppose this is the type of, so this is Brazilian coast, and then suppose this is the type of map we have, right? So suppose this is the South America and this is the North America. Now we know that always there is southeast trade winds that are flowing in this way. There is always a flow of equatorial winds that are flowing. Okay, we have seen it in this chapter, in the chapter of atmosphere. This type of wind is already flowing in the atmosphere. Now these winds are warm winds. Remind you, these winds are warmer winds. And when warmer winds flow in this way through the equator, the surface water that we have, that also tends to move in the similar way. So what will happen? You will have this equatorial current, north equatorial current will be flowing. So this is north equatorial current which is flowing in this direction because of these trade winds that we have. These trade winds are compelling the oceanic surface water to move in this direction. So these are actually the north, I should write it here, these are the north equatorial current. And of course, what is it doing? So north equatorial current is a warm current. And now, since it is warm current, it will move to the colder areas. So when it strikes the coast of Brazil, what will happen? It will get deflected. The first branch will get deflected here and another branch will get deflected in this direction. Now, as this north equatorial current enters into this Gulf of Mexico, now it will move like this. So this is called Gulf current. This is called Gulf current, and it is also a warm current. So we have two warm currents up till now, the north equatorial current and the Gulf current. This Gulf current, one branch will flow in this direction and the other branch will flow like this. This is called, actually it will flow like this. This is called the North Atlantic drift. This is called North Atlantic drift, which is basically a part of this Gulf current, which is warm current. Now what is happening? You know, this area is part of the northern part, the northern hemisphere, and the northern hemisphere is already frozen area. So whatever current will flow from this area will be colder current. So this is actually the Labrador current. This is Labrador current, which is a colder current. Write it just now. It is a cold current. It is an example of cold current, right? And now when this Labrador current and Gulf Stream, which is a warm current, will meet in this area, what is happening here? You will find that whenever the warm and the cold currents meet together, what is happening here is that the cold currents bring with themselves a high amount of nutrients, and because the temperature there is very favorable for fishes to flourish, whenever there will be a intermixing of warm and cold current, you will find that that area will be abundant in fish. That is, fish population will be very large in that area. So that will be a very good area for fishing. So here you will find that this is a very good area for fishing. This area is called Newfoundland, right? Similarly, we have another current, this north equatorial current, which was flowing. Now what is happening? It is striking the Indonesian island, and when this strike Indonesian island, it gets deflected. One part of it will get deflected, and this is called Kuroshio current. This is another warm current we have, Kuroshio current. And again, from this northern hemisphere, which is frozen, a cold current is flowing, that is called Oyasu current. This is Oyasu current, and again here is a mixing of warm and cold current along the coast of Japan. So this area is also a very good fishing ground, very good fishing ground, because fish population here is very large, because the warm and cold currents are mixing. Now these are the basic examples of cold and warm ocean currents. So when it comes to cold currents, write some examples. For example, you have Oyasu current, right? Similarly, you have Labrador current. So Labrador current, write it here. Labrador current and Oyasu currents are example of the cold ocean currents, and the Gulf current, Gulf stream or Gulf current are the examples. Gulf current, and then you have Kuroshio current. These are the examples of warm ocean currents. So these are the examples of cold currents, and these are the examples of warm ocean currents. Write it down. Okay, so this was the basic concept behind the oceanic currents. Nothing more to study here. Just concentrate on this diagram and understand from where this warm and ocean currents are flowing. Now these currents are very much important for the regulation of temperature on the earth. For example, you know that equatorial region is very warm. Why this is warm? Because the amount of insolation that it receives is maximum. Similarly, in the northern and southern hemispheres of the earth, you will find that the amount of insolation which is received is very minimum. And because of this temperature difference, what is happening? On one part of the ocean you are getting the colder current, and the other part is getting warmer. So what is happening with the movement of these currents? There is a regulation of temperature. For example, this area lies in that part of the earth which receives minimum insolation. So for that region it should have frozen area, but you will never ever found that this coastal areas of Britain is freezed. You will never ever found. This is only because the North Atlantic drift, which is bringing warmer water from the equatorial region to this colder area, and that is why you will never find that this area, despite lying in the your part of the earth where amount of insolation is lower, but despite having such a location, you will never find that this area is completely freezed. The coastal part of this area is never freezed. This is the basic reason. And whenever two warm and cold currents meet, you will find that the weather gets foggier. So you will observe that the weather gets foggy, and all this type of weather phenomena you will observe there. So this was basic mechanism of movement of ocean circulation. So I hope you have understood it in a very crystal clear manner. So this was the basic idea of ocean currents. Okay, now we have another topic in this chapter, which is basically tsunami. Now when we talk about tsunami, we have to understand it on the map itself. So let me rub it, and until you make notes of whatever I have written, right?